Hey, sleepy druid. Dargon, White Bandit, Halaskor is a. Is that your? Is that how I pronounce your name, sir? Oh, I should get rid of the. Perfect. Alright, let's. So this is some of the giant stuff. Wizard Dragon. I have to close out my Photoshop has this bug where if you zoom in and out or pan, sometimes it can break the way that the window views it, and it doesn't update the screen, which is very frustrating sometimes. Made a super weird food combo that turned out great. Japanese crawfish ramen with egg and mozz ended up tasting like spicy lasagna. Mozz is in mozzarella? Mozz is in what? Egg and mozz? Fielder? What's up? Damn, that's weird. That's very weird. Alright, okay. Let's get this where we want it to be. How is everybody today? Chillin', coding, nice. Rollin' Buzz, how's it going? How are you? Do you guys want to go over the update? Sometime later in the stream? I think we should. sometime later in the stream. Keith, how are you? Hey Keith, I have a quick question and a slight favor to ask. Hey Ann? My slight favor is, can you send me the link to the icon thing again? I don't have it in like a place where I can quickly like get it again because I'm dumb. Yeah. Thank you. I don't have it in a place where where it's easy to get. Thank you. I just need to like, for links that are really useful to me, I just need to like link it to myself, and that's what I'll do. I'll link it to myself in Slack. Make that a common thing that I do. As a 3P? Nope, just concept art. So it's not quite gonna be as involved as some of our other stuff. It's gonna be more like the Telekir stuff that I did. Maybe even less than that. Because we just need an idea of what it looks like. Let's see if I have the I think I find the environment concept for this. No, I put it somewhere. Thank you, sir. I called it traversal area. Traverse area concepts. Oh yeah, that looks cool as hell. Doesn't this look cool as fuck? Yeah, it looks cool as hell. Not by their own will. Whoa. Thank you. Thank you, McLaws, for the prime sub. Oh, damn. Love your work? Thank you. Hopefully we can really get it, you know, like as close as we and even as better, you know, when it translates into 3D. That's the goal. You don't think you've seen that goblin pop up before? Yeah, he set some things up. Yeah, we're working on some Vale of Zintar stuff, and so the goal is to set everything up as best as possible, so that we have a really good idea, so people can go, okay, this is what it looks like, and we don't need to fuss around. It's just, okay, make it look like that. Is that layer for sale? I'm on the market for a new weavable layer. Eventually you might be able to enter said layer. I don't know about making a place or a home in it though. It's gonna be a tough sell. Oh, 2 seconds. Oh, what the? Hold on. Is this unlisted? Privacy. No wonder people aren't showing up in mid-00. My YouTube thing. Not listed. It needs to be public. Alright. YouTube. We're back. Hey, John. I was genuinely concerned watching these streams was going to take the magic out of the game for me, but it's doing the opposite somehow. There's a magic in creation, and to be honest, like, I was a little bit worried as well, and that's as someone that's creating it. But my last playtest, since I'm not in there as much, I'm just for general vibes, you know, and everybody on the team has their own like valuable input and creativity that goes into it. Like when I'm playing, and the last time that I played, right, during the last playtest, it was fantastic because it was like I was seeing it sort of like content for the first time. It wasn't ruined for me. It was just like, yeah, no, it was perfect, I would say. Yeah, there's still stuff for me to discover, even though you know, I'm helping a whole lot with the way that the game looks and the concepts and what areas should look like. Like, yeah, there's so much creativity and like interpretation that each person has. It's like a joy to go through so much of the details that, you know, it's like when you pass by a painting, right, and you go, oh, that's cool, and then like once the painting is done and you really get to spend some time with it, you know, you can start to appreciate all the little details that you might not have noticed. This is especially true in really classic fantasy work, like I really like Paul Bonner, for example. He has so much detail and intricacies and little things, and you get to appreciate all those when you spend some time with the piece. And I feel that's the same way with this. It's like you guys can come out and get some general vibes, but to appreciate all of it, you need to play the game, you know, and there's going to be some insights that you might even like know from these streams, and you'll be like, I wonder if this made it into the game. And then, you know, you'll have like an inclination, and you'll see it in some form and go, whoa, that's cool. I didn't expect them to do that with it, or that's exactly how I imagine it, or that's better than I imagine it. In some cases it might be worse, but that's just life. But for the most part, the way that things have been going they've always blown me out of the water. You know, I've been so happy with the work that the rest of the team has done. That's my girl. thank you for the follow and the jump scare. And the jump scare. Full on. I legitimately when Telekir first came on and Harrison had been doing a lot of the work for Telekir, and I got to walk through it for the first time, and I got to walk through it because that's the first time goblins came online too. I got to walk through it as a goblin and see all the work that I did in Telekir. Like, there was just straight up like shots taken right from what I did, right? It was like Harrison did such a good job of like composing it, you know, as seen in the concept, and it truly made my night and almost my week. Well, it made my week, and I was just kind of flattened. It was fucking emotional. I think I cried a little bit because it was just like seeing that sort of thing happen for the first time, and the amount of effort, you know, that went into it, and respect paid to some of the concept, and it was just something else. It was just so it was a really big moment for me, let's say. Are you talking about that smell-o-vision again? Fielder? A piece of energy just hopped in, subscribed with Prime. What a boss. I think that might be a little bit too loud, so I'm going to turn this down. And then I'm going to turn this back up. How are audio levels, by the way? Well, there's a lot of streaming that happens on this project, so Hopefully you will catch more of us. Quick question, Energy. Did you come essentially from the latest did you come from the latest post? Where'd you find us? There seems to be some new people around, and so I'm interested in where people are coming from. M&M is like a river, slowly picking up momentum as it heads to the ocean. Not sure what that ocean represents, but that's where it's going. I was told about M&M when I started back getting into EverQuest, but I found the Discord today when someone on the ECO Discord linked today's update. Oh, nice. Yeah, everybody on the team is really excited for ECO. For those who don't know, Evercraft Online, it's like a Minecraft aesthetic, I would say EverQuest-like game. And yeah, everybody on the team's super pumped about it. I remember looking at Pantheon forever ago, but at this point, their development, I'm not hopeful. But then, when talking about it in EQ over on Oakwind, someone mentioned M&M, so I started following development. The more I watch and read, the more interested and excited I am for it. That's good. I'm glad that you're excited for it. If you haven't, I'm going to forward you to a video, Monsters and Memories, a video by a Twitch streamer named Chinny D, and let me post this. He's not a YouTuber, but he makes great videos, and he made this video that sort of summarizes a lot of. Oh, good. That's the video that I've been pushing because I like it that much. He's like the perfect kind of person to be promoting a game like this, for us. And it's not like no one paid him or anything like that. He's just excited about the game, and he's not a YouTuber, so he doesn't have. You can't go, oh, he's just in it for clicks, so he has that perspective, which is, pretty helpful to him. And then, there's a lot of good stuff that he did there, and he did his work. He did his due diligence too when it comes to, looking at the past and figuring out and finding little clips and everything. Like, he also made this little funny goblin video where he just talked about disrupting the economy, and not disrupting, but taking over the economy, which was, it was so funny seeing that happen, because it was like holy shit, this guy. And then he made he made like a goblin guild called Only Goblins, and oh man, it's a great video if you haven't watched it. So I predicted correctly then, June test. I have a feeling that you were informed, Primus. ECO is amazing, says Mr. Forcella from YouTube. No, I don't think that you were informed. Good, very, very good intuition. You know what you're talking about. Yeah, you have imp intuition. Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. Yeah. Why didn't you predict sooner? That's funny. Okay. It's true, we were watching Primus. It would have been sooner if he predicted sooner. This is true. Gonna go lurk support to support the channel, but if y'all definitely be seeing me active around the community, good. I'm glad. A piece of energy. If you want to support, you should go over to monstersandmemories.com and subscribe to our mailing list. And if you haven't, also go to the YouTube, because I'm streaming there, and it might help if there's a little bit more concurrent viewers there as well. And telling, of course, your friends and family. Now, we don't really have a marketing sort of thing going on, and I know this sounds very YouTube-y. Hit that subscribe button, likes. I hate that stuff. But the best way for us to grow, I think, is for you to just tell people that you are that you know will like the game, about the game. So people that are already into the old school, sort of very social dependent, high social friction, sort of gameplay, sandwich combat, that sort of thing, classic fantasy. Anyone that would be into that, let them know about the game. Send them over. That helps the most. But thank you for the lurk as well. Don't feel like you have to do any more. Last one was in January. Been a minute. I've been doing just that, but I pulled up YouTube too. You are a saint. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I think this needs to go down in size. Yeah, something like that. Go like back here, maybe. I think maybe this could actually go back here. Did you see our crackling lightning in our test? Our update, I mean. Seeing it in game is so cool. Actually, it wasn't Paytas that was starting on this. It was Baloo, and yeah, you can see the fortress in the update. Actually, eventually, when I get time, I'll have to do the. I'm going to be doing some of the textures for it. Eventually, let's see. Long time Ashran's Call player here, and this game looks real good. Very excited. I'm stoked about it too. I'm gonna work hard for these 2 years and retire at 30 and enjoy this game fully. It's a good idea. Also, welcome Michael H. and Hero Monk. Welcome to the stream. Kind of want to get some like gross green yellows in there, like this. Actually, maybe not. Trying to figure out what color to really ham in this. I'm super glad to hear everybody's really stoked about the game. It's been so positive. There was, you know, some negative comments, but like about the art style, or about how games like this are dead, or about, you know, how, you know, we're low poly and therefore we're ignorable in every state because the game's graphics are garbage or something, you know. That always happens. That always happens, but I'm not too worried about it, because once we get everything as we want it to, like, so much of this is always work in progress. And there's a couple things that are essentially up our sleeves that needs to happen, that we can do, that I'm so excited to actually do. You know what I mean? Like, you guys haven't, I think we've given you some sneak peeks of what's to come when it comes to our lighting, and there's some seriously cool stuff on that end, on that front. Like, some seriously cool stuff on that front. I love that you're getting away from all the blurring past MMOs. Blurring past MMOs and really going after detail more. The texture that we have, right, in our characters, like, we have some serious painted detail in those. That's the heaviest work, I think, on the art side, is some of the insane amount of detail. I mean, like, you saw how much time Zukin put into, and Zach put into the models that we have. It's like we're getting really, really detailed in there, and it's gonna help. Once you get, like, we already saw that once, like, how much it helped the characters. You know, it took the characters from sort of like, to holy moly, a dwarf looks really, you know, like, looks real grumpy, and you can tell it and see it, and you can see all the scars and stuff on a goblin's face, and the way that the ogre's face, you know, it has so much character, and even in the body we have, like, you know, these creases and blemishes and all that stuff that really helps sell it. And I'm just so happy with all that. I'm so happy with all of the way that looks. and I can't wait to just get into like a polish sort of zone where we just get to take all of our, especially when it comes to gear and races, and once we get in that, like, it's just gonna be so good. Also, did you guys see the halfling animation that Erkenstaff did? That attack with the double-handed sword, the way that he hops, and it just looks so much like a halfling. It's great, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Yeah, everything about our team is just like, and I'm sure lots of other teams also feel this way. Not to like put any other team down or anything, but, and I've been saying this and maybe too much to my deficit, but I do really feel like we have some main character in, you know? But I've also felt like that my entire life, so. I could be fooling myself. Scruffy Bard, how's it going? Red Cloud, how are you? Shield block was cool. Ergenstaff really gets halfling. Yeah. And, well, I had this back and forth with him sometimes, like, with the shield block. I think we're actually going to do a slightly different version. The shield block looks really good. But I think we might do something where, here, let me draw it really quick. So, where, you know, if it's, here's the halfling, right? And here's his hair. You might do something like this, where he sort of, here's his ear, where he turns his head sort of in this way, or like in, like this, and puts his shield up like that. And so he puts his shoulder into it, and he turns his head and kind of ducks with his sword out like here. And so he's gonna, I think we're gonna try that, where he sort of leans into it. Kind of like this. And like braces, and then he gets, you know, he gets hit or whatever, and then he'll go back a bit. And because right now we have it's him, and he's always facing forward. So you can, there's his eyes, and he blocks. But I think we're gonna have it where if he's facing straight on, he's gonna like do like a hockey tackle, you know, and keep his eyes like kind of like just above, you know, well, it'll be his bangs, but just above, so he can sort of see, and his shoulder's gonna lean in, and he's gonna tuck his arm in like this, where it kind of goes up and up like that. And then he's gonna have the sword like ready to go. Yeah, so I'm excited for that. I really pushed him on the goblin. Of course I did. Goblins tend to have just more character, so I think it was also easier for him. But yeah, same. I wanted to add some poppiness to the halfling, and Erkenstaff agreed. And so you get that hop, that cool little hop on the attack, and I think it looks so good. Let's pull it up actually because it's so cool. Character art, who cares? Concept art, who cares? Yeah, this is the one. See how he kind of like hops to the side and then is able to hop back and have so much more momentum? Yeah, like here, I think we're gonna have it where his head kind of leans in a little bit to the left with his shoulder, like his torso is gonna move a little bit more. That's what I want, at least. And I think Erkenstaff agreed a little bit, so we'll see. But and there's the dazed. Yeah, but this, the little hop over, it feels so good. Nice frying pan weapon. Oh yeah. Oh, it'll just interrupt the. I think it'll just interrupt whatever. There's like a hierarchy. Dog, what's up? Now, here's the question. Do we want... This is something that I'm unsure about, actually. Instead of this, do we want the trees... Because right now I have the trees, like, kind of bending back like that. Instead... Like, we can have the trees kind of like this, like being pulled towards... What do you think? What do you guys think? Are you being pulled towards? Bro. Yeah, I'm not exactly totally sure on how I want it to feel. Well, one of the only ways to test this out is we'll just do this. Not like it's gonna take that long. And then we'll just take this. Flip horizontal. Just flip them all. And then eventually I will merge that down, and now we will have this, and I will properly give it a also need to take out all the highlights on it. Now I get to add those highlights back in. Oh, just imagine how cool it would look at nighttime. So there's this versus this. I think this is cooler. Toad race when? As in, like, when do we get toad mounts? Is that what you mean? Ducktans, froglongs. I do have a concept for them, but I don't know. Nah, I think this is cool. I mean, we could have both. Like, okay, hear me out. So, we have a tree, and the tree is like this, right? Here's our tree. Hold on, before I screw myself. Okay, here's our tree. Let's say, right? And it's nighttime, or something happens on the floating citadel. Something happens, and you go, whoa, what? And then this happens. The trees go. Interesting thought. Can someone clip that? By any chance? I want to send that to team. I would like to send that to team. Thank you. I'm gonna send that clip straight to the team. You are a very big help. This. We'll go window, timeline, timeline. And we will do opacity on this. Start it by opacity. And then we'll go over here. Start at 100%. And then we'll go over here and we'll do 0%. So it looks like this. Didn't know Photoshop had animation, did you? I'm trying to get a little video of this as well. You're gonna save 10K for the custom, and oh boy, is it gonna be silly? Most of these natural palms are almost straight up, maybe with a 15-degree tilt. Yeah, we don't want them to be straight, completely straight up. Yeah. There's something about that. Maybe it's not, maybe we just choose one direction, I mean. Alright. Grab one of the screenshots. We'll do this. And then attach, or sorry, this. Don't know if we want to have the directions change, but maybe something cool. Oh, I need to specify edit. Probably not swaying side to side, is my guess. It could be cool. I don't know if we'll do that though. That's a lot of extra work, I think. That I don't know if that's a detail that will be appreciated. You know. It'll be cool enough just to have like one or the other. I'm leaning towards this. I'm just going to describe this a little bit for a moment. I just need to find a reference picture here. There's this sci-fi painting I'm thinking of that I'm referencing, but I don't know exactly what it is. It's a really cool one. don't know where to find it. It's not a, it's just a thing in my head at this point. Yeah, I agree with that. Having two states in which the tree is animated, not too hard actually. It would swap between idle 1 and idle 2 or something, right? Idle 1 would be to the left and idle 2 would be to the right, and then you just have to have them like rotated correctly, which kind of takes away some of the, you'd have to have multiple trees at that point because, or multiple animations, because you'd want it to be like facing, you'd want different rotations of the same tree. You'd have to have multiple, it can get annoying, I think, unless you have like a look to command on it or something, which could work actually. Yeah, that could work, but I don't know. I'm unsure. Yeah, there's a bunch. Oh man, it's bothering me that I don't know what painting this is. I'm gonna have to move on to something else, but, or here soon, but I'm just gonna give it one last try. This is one of the sand zones? Yes. This is Vale is Zintar. Dude, it's such an iconic painting. I don't know why it's not showing up. Interesting. I'm gonna have to search for this off stream because this is really slowing down some of the work that I need to get done. No, it's... No, it's not. It's like an old classic sci-fi painter. Maybe it's like a poster. Well, I can't find it. We're moving on. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want to do? Icons, maybe. Maybe I do want to do icons. Fuck. Well, this is just one section. The Citadel? Citadel? Should I get attention in school? Okay, it is Citadel. No, not forests. I'm looking at some stuff. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to move on to a new. Maybe we'll use this color here, as a base, and okay, know about that. I know about that. Oh, I should figure out what the towers look like. So I might do that. I think I know what I want to do. Alright, we're gonna do hold on, we're gonna do this. I hit this with a little bit heavier of something like that. Oh. Oh. There's this cool trick. Check this out. Let's see. It goes up. 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 get this. That's the trick, but we're gonna nail it. Because I think we need it to be a little bit more straight. There we go. Yeah, the spaghetti technique. But, dude. Cool thing about this is how quickly you just get the right perspective, right? I'm gonna take this background and we're gonna lighten it, cool it off, give it a little bit of a more of a blue sky than we currently have. Yeah, something like that. And then, yeah, we'll do that. quickly comes together. No, it's not a forest. Not painting forest yet. Still in the sand. Still in our desert biome. Sorry. Hold on, 1 second. If I am correct, though, we have a forest next. Any particular biome you look forward to concepting and seeing in game? That is a good question. I mean, yes, but anything in particular? Yeah, I'm really excited for this forest stuff that we're gonna be doing. There's a lot in Califrey that I'm just super excited about that we haven't quite gotten to yet, right? So I know I'm gonna knock that out of the park. It's gonna be. I have a couple ideas of how I want to tackle things already. So yeah, I'm excited. To say the least. Forest Zone is definitely there. Lots of Califrey stuff. There's this sort of like Califrey under the forest sort of thing that I'm really excited about. I did concept the heap. It's true. Already. Okay, we're gonna try something a little different. Try this. I don't know how this will work, so we'll see. We'll do filter. We're gonna do render. We're gonna do difference clouds. Hit the difference clouds a bunch of times. And then we're gonna do this. take this one and do the same thing. Oh, that needs to go back there. That needs to go about... You guys are probably like, what the hell is this guy doing? Oh, there we go. Dragon comes in, subscribe to tier 1. They subscribe for 7 months. What's up? How's it going? Thanks for the sub, always. So we'll do this, then we'll do this, then I'll go over here, turn that off, hit this with white, go about here, do a overlay. Oh. Oh, that sucks. Alright, this is not too bad though. We soften out the edges here. Whoa! Happy May? Dragon! Every time you do this, it surprises me. I need to start bringing in a couple of my friends or something with dragons around. Fuck.
All praise Dragon USM code 351 for gifting 10 subscriptions to the Horde.
That's wild. It's wild to me that to this game that people are excited enough about the development itself to actually Do something like that. Wild. Dude, he hits all the streams. He's wild. He's a maniac. The goblin one is always so sneaky. Is that it? Okay. Let's do something like that. And let's do something like this. And let's chill this out just a bit. Maybe. Is this working at all? No. No, it's not. I thought it would work out. We're gonna get rid of it. We're gonna keep it around actually, but we're gonna do same idea and we're just gonna do it manually instead of try and do some fun haha tricks. I thought I could get away with it, but turns out I suck. And where do I want this second line to be? Maybe I don't want a second line. Let's try this. I'm just going to make that white, and then we're going to do overlay, and then we're going to chill that out a bit. Then we're going to go deselect it, and we're just going to soft erase some of this stuff, like so. Bigger the brush, better. Oh, it doesn't work too well on that. Oh, it works better though when you soft erase from the top on those. Okay. Learning as we go. Okay.
That's my girl.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Oh, we're going to select this. I can isolate it. Select this. So I can isolate that. See, it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? We're gonna take this and we're gonna saturate the hell out of it. Sorry, and by that I mean I'm not gonna touch it that much. I'm gonna get rid of that because that's no good. Merge that down. And then, so now we have this versus that, good. And let's paint into it now, and so we can get rid of some of the weird effects that we have. And we can get in a little bit darker darks here. There's a possibility where I can wrong one. Well, it's highlights. We're gonna do midtones so it's less saturated. And then we're gonna hit this area. With a little, what you call, so there's this thing, we're gonna saturate it. Hello? So when you have a transition from light to dark, that transition is always going to be served a little bit better when you saturate it a bit. For example, if I do that, this transition I'll want to have paint in a, you want it to be in the middle value, so not as bright as the highlight, but not as dark as the dark that you have there. And it'll look really cool. Oh, I don't think it does it for subs, for gifted subs. That would be wild. 10 gifted. Oh, that would be wild. No way. Look, unless Dragon wants that to happen. I'm at Dragon's whim at this point. Please tell you, I can't confirm. We have had talks about some things like that, but nothing that has made it in. I'm sorry to say, I don't think that we have. There might be one day, but for as far as I know right now, there's no plan for that. that could change. Also need to give this a bit of a dip, I think. So it's not just straight flat. Alright, I want the sky to be a little bit brighter. I do want the sky to be a little bit more saturated though. What we'll do is we'll hit this, do slight bit saturate gradient. Let's see. This. No. A little bit higher gradients. Opacity 100. Throw that down. And then we're going to edit this just a bit. And then we are going to have that go okay. A little bit of saturation, and then we're going to do normal here. So there's, oh, that's beautiful. That's nice. And I think we need the sand to hit a deeper value in its crevices for it to really read. What I think it's missing is its deep values. Something like that. This exposure is a little bit too much. Shadows, let's do mid-tones. We'll thin that out. shadows. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna do a auto contrast. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna chill that the hell out. Push that down, filter, we're gonna do auto tone. Ooh. How is that? I don't like. Sometimes Photoshop just wants to kill my painting. I wonder if I can do this where it takes its intensity. That's nice. Brings it down a tiny bit. Sorry, I hope I'm not, I don't know. I'm really focusing on trying to get this good. So I'm just trying to talk about the process, I guess, because sometimes I find I get too carried away with some other topics or whatever, and then I lose a little bit of perspective, or not perspective, like the focus that's needed to really make this good. So we're gonna do this filter, we're gonna go blur, a little Gaussian blur there, just to help with the sky. We're gonna bring back some of the sharp edges from something like that, just to help the sky be a little bit more clean. Add a little bit of clouds overhead. That, and then we'll hit it with some light. It took me a really long time to realize that you were saying a happy little rock. Jesus. Let's do a round soft. Do 4. I think we're going to use the poly tool now. And don't forget, we're going to go over here and add a little saturation right on the edge of the transition from. You know how much that helps? It's nice. AM, time to sleep. Thanks for the Zen art stream. Take care. Take care, John. It actually reminds you of the clouds in the desert from back home. That's a good thing, because I just did that from imagination. That's very good. Okay, I'm on the right track. Sometimes I have like references up and stuff. Right now I sadly do not. Not sadly, I just don't. Yeah, highlights. Alright, okay, hold on. We're gonna do a little bit of this. Just because this still needs to, these lines do not quite indicate the form yet. I want the form to sort of dip, right, where it goes in just a little bit. Probably saturate this section here. We're going to saturate the midtones. No, we're going to saturate the highlights. Or not saturate. We're going to burn the highlights. So when you burn the highlights, it's going to be more desaturated versus when you burn the shadows, it'll be more saturated as an outcome. that good? Is that good? Do we like that? Very New Mexico, Nevada, Arizona / Utah. Cool. We're hitting it. Yeah, this is going to be difficult. Get the perspective right. Okay, that's good. Let's merge that down. Oh, merge just this down. Merge down. And then we'll do this. And we'll put that under. We'll do something like this. And then we'll put that under. Something like really soft brush. Get some deeper shadows. Then we'll go on this, we'll lock it, we'll get some out. Tiny bit of highlight maybe coming up. That's but mostly we're gonna crush it. And I think this needs to be just a little bit more like that. And we'll merge all three of these down. Oh. Some stuff here. just gonna bring it back in. And this whole thing, I think, needs to fill out in dark it is. And we're gonna have tracks across it. Or wagons. Shadows. Hey Unchained, thanks for dropping by. Always appreciate you hanging around. This thing, that's good. That's good. All right. Do I want a tower to be on the side of a mesa? Yes or no? No, I have to have a tower somewhere. Oh man, 5 goes west? I haven't seen that in forever. Alright, hold on. How do we want to... Give me 2 seconds. How do I want to do this? Okay, let's save this really quick before I do too crazy. I think this might be better off over here. Touch of deeper shadow, more saturated. Uh, 100% original. I did just look up some like shapes that I think might work for a tower, though. Like, so the shapes, but even then I made it my own, I think. Oh, stop it. Oh, you. Alright, so I want this to be bigger and closer. Like so. That looks way better. That looks way better. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Oh, that looks really good. A little bit bigger too. Yeah, that looks really good. Okay. This is apparent. This is a big no-no. So they say. Whoever they is. Which is having light that leads off the page. Say to them. I know when to break the rules. Do a quick highlight here. It's just to see how far we can bring this. No, I'm not actually going to leave it like this. Just overlay. How far can we? You think that? I think that tower is recent. I think that bridge is man-made. I don't want to spoil too much, actually. Forget I said anything. Sorry, sometimes you can drag shit out of me like that, where I go, yeah, but sometimes I gotta just hold my tongue a little bit more. Let you guys figure it out. We almost had him. Well, you got something out of me. Just, I mean, I will say this, not a lot happens that is unintended. Just when you guys are thinking about that stuff, give us the benefit of the doubt. Not a lot happens unintended. Sometimes a lot of cool unintended stuff happens. You're like, whoa. But not a lot. And for all you know, I'm just saying that so that you guys think that we're smarter than we are. In fact, that's probably what you guys defaulted to. I don't blame you though, I'm not really the really a bastion of intelligence, so I don't know why I said that. I'm just not that smart, so. I think we're smart enough to know that there's a lot of really intended situations that are happening. That was so funny. I was sure that what I had yesterday for the animation thing was so right. I was like, no, this is for sure what he's missing. And it was like only like half the problem. And it was like, oh well, shit. Fuck. Well, can't win them all. I found it funny. Dude, you are so wrong. You are so incredibly wrong. You have been listening to the Vale of Zintar soundtrack for the entire stream, last 2 hours and 42 minutes. I have had it on repeat. That's how good this track is. It's not like there's even like space in between, right? For it's just like for you to sort of forget it. Oh man, such a good track. I love that. You are so wrong. All right, we're gonna move on to a different. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna go to my favorite, which is Sungreed Strand. So that's what I started with, adding the lighting, increasing the... Oh, God. I imagine... Well, I know I want a really... I want a really good... The melody has to be like great. That's the most important part, I think, is the melody has to be fucking bomb. I'm gonna smudge this over. I have... Okay, now that I'm looking at this... I need to get a poly tool here. maybe things like chimes, kind of like you know, like wind chimes. Or like made of a little bit of like more sound effects than it is, you know, like different sounds, like diamonds clashing together, gold, you know, gold coins clashing together, mixed with like ruffling up dirt and pounding moss, you know, like maybe the sound effects. No, not industrial. They're hoarders, right? They have something literally called the heap, right? So I'm thinking of something that is like all that loot clanging together, mixed with the kind of like natural elements of them, where they're like, where they have like trees and caves and moss and you know, and grass and all that stuff. And so a mixture of both the natural, possibly for like the low tones, and then the high tones can be more like little pieces of metal or like diamond like shings, you know, going through. And I think there has to be a like mischievousness is the right word into it, and like a touch of like evil, mischievousness. I could see it being about the same pace as Sungreet Strand in its I could see that, you know, like it doesn't have to be, not too quick, doesn't have to be too relaxed, you know. That's my for the heap, my idea for the heap. Yeah. It's one of those things that I'm both excited for, and, you know, of course, I also kind of dread it, because I'm like I just hope it's amazing, you know? Not that he's fucking never disappointed. But it's one of those things, of course, I care just like an insane amount about, so. I'm gonna do this, that. I'm gonna. I'm not so sure about this one. Okay. Taking off for the night. Thanks for streaming. Absolutely. Thanks for hanging around. Absolute pleasure to have you hanging around, asking questions. Whoa, no, 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 no. Do not want that. That was not cool. Probably mid-tones. Exposure 1%. Jeez. Ow. 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 Alright, Kay, I think I'm done for tonight. I feel like I could go on, but there's something telling me that I need to get feedback on this before I dig too much deeper, you know? Yeah, it is a productive session. Here's what we got. So this is what we started. This is where we ended. Kind of cool. What's this called? This is the Vale of Zintar. Then we also got this. Excuse me? I don't know why the Citadel was. Citadel. also have some of these, which I didn't show. If you weren't here from the beginning of the stream, you have no idea. Again, why are these? Oh. There we go. We have these two sort of illustrations. This one's a little wanky. This one's a little wanky. I have to admit. Perspective on it is to be desired. Oh, that is so much better. That is so much better. I feel like I should just cut this off though. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah. We got some giant stuff going on. And we got some Citadel stuff going on. And we got some Vale Zintar stuff going on. So, looking pretty cool. Gotta get a screenshot. And then get another screenshot. And then I send this off. This is sort of what I was thinking for the all right. Thank you guys so much for dropping by. I enjoyed doing the pieces, and I hope that you guys will stick around for some or be back later and hang out with a loving robot and Toucan and Tatus and all the other great, amazing team members and tell them how good of job I did. Wow, Goblin's so good. You should really think about letting him have more Goblin related stuff in the game. That's what you should do. Don't do that. Don't do that. That was a joke. Ha ha ha. Okay. He already knows. Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Oh wait, who should we I'm gonna go see who we should raid. Oh, I know of a Alright, we have to. Okay, there's two people that we, you know what, let's try this. We're gonna raid Giz. We're playing The Sims. Four. They were a friend of Snob Gob, and so I thought it might be kind of cool for you guys to see a little bit more of that. Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Mature audiences.